house we can.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all come in and I'll put your iPad so you know where we're at. Okay. You're gonna bring your iPads and you're gonna get on the Avatar app and you're gonna find clothing that goes with the colonial era for your avatar. So go ahead and do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all tell me when you're finished. Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah, ready.
You did it? Okay. Yesterday we had a discussion about the Stamp Act and the Intolerable Acts. Can someone explain those to me? Jenny?
They were to pay the debts for the French and Indian War.
From the British? Yeah, that's right. Good job. And how did the colonies view these laws?
As money makers.
Chloe? Yeah, that's right.
You know, the fundamentals of the American Revolution was the British economic policies towards the colonies. What type of clothing did you put on your avatar? What's he wearing? Would you say it's an expensive style of clothing?
Yes, it is.
Oh, really? So they had designer clothing then? I don't think so.
Oh,
Because definitely at the colonial period, they didn't have as much money. Even though they had their resources, they had so many resources. They had trees, they had all that lumber, they had lumber they sent over, and they had people and strength. And then also British was sending over supplies, and the colonists were buying them. But they didn't have a large amount of money. One of the things that really came into effect is the fact of payment of taxes to Britain. Why did this taxation bother the colonists?
Because they took all their own money.
That's right, they took all the money. You know, right now we're going to become an activist. Would everyone come up here and take a Post-it note, please? If the Post-it note you chose is blank, please go to the right side of the room. If the Post-it note you chose has a P on it, go to the left side. The whole class is over here. We don't have anyone on the left. We don't have any representation. All we have is colonists without parliament representation. So they're paying tax without a voice. Go ahead and have your seats. So this lack of representation in Britain upsets the colonists with no voice. What I'd like for you to do now is using your avatar as your voice. What would he say? I'd like you to compose an essay explaining your disapproval of the system that they live under as a colonist. Like, do they like being taxed without representation? How do they feel about it? Do they enjoy the government spending all their hard-earned money without representation? I value your opinion, so please go ahead and work on that.
Okay, so you're going to work on your essay until the end of class, and what you'll do is you'll turn that in to me, and including your avatar clothing. Send that to me also. I want to check that. Okay, the clothing that you put on your avatar, what's so different about the clothing from today from what you saw in the avatars in the colonial days? What's different about clothing in the colonial days and our clothing today?
It's old.
It's old, of course, it's old. But, okay, did the girls wear the same kind of dress as we wore? Okay. Did you see them wearing pants? Ah, there's a difference right there. Okay, what about the guys that, the judge sitting behind the stand? What did they have on their hair, their heads? Wigs, yeah, that was cool. That was kind of weird seeing a guy with a wig, wasn't it? So that's where the wig party came from. And they're wearing wigs like that. Okay, so the dresses, what else was different back in the colonial days?
They have cars.
They didn't have cars. That's true. Cool. Okay, what else? What do you have that they didn't have? Phones, electronics. That's the first thing most everybody says is electronics. That's good. Okay, they also didn't have, what was the big thing we're talking about right now that British had that we did? They didn't have anything. What did they keep sending over there? The moolah. The money. That's the biggest thing. So really, it's kind of like a bully taking your money from you in the lunchroom, isn't it? I mean, they were bullying them to get the money. So y'all understand how all that's working now? You got all that? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so for homework, if you don't finish your essay, go ahead and finish your essay at home tonight. Turn it in to me tomorrow. Be sure to clear your iPads before you put them back on the table. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about anything? Okay, another assignment. I want you to do a poster tonight. So you can do one of two things. One of them, I want you, if you are picketing the fact that you're having to send all of your money over to these people, then I want you to do a picket poster. You're going to be walking the picket line out here because you don't like sending your money over there. Or do me a line right down the middle and put today's things and colonial time days. What's the difference? Like we just discussed. You can tell, but research it a little bit, okay? Look at the difference of what they had back in the colonial days and what we have today, and just see the difference there, okay? Okay, so that's homework. Y'all have any questions or anything? Okay, clear as mud? You got it? Good. Okay, that's right. Well, y'all have a good afternoon, and put your stuff up. Make sure your area's clean when you get ready to go, okay? All right, work on your papers until then.